Hey guys, it's me Chan Dragon, and today I will make a video about Uniframe. And since like Noan will come soon, so I think this is become a good time to post a video about Uniframe. Although I don't know if you find this is useful or not, but whatever it is, I appreciate if you're already stopping by. And yeah, this topic is about like why do you actually need Uniframe when if you probably heard from other people they are actually pretty useless, like doesn't have so much things to do in PGR. And so actually what the selling point though to pulling any uniform, especially Noan Will come soon. I think it's supposed to be less than a week when I make this video though. So let's check it out. Okay, so I will go what is first the main selling point or what the reason for you to pull the Uniframe. Basically the very strong reason for you to pull this Uniframe is that you really like the gameplay or you really like the character. Because to be honest, Uniframe have one of the coolest like gameplay though. I think like Uniframe they make everything really cool. Like pull out mechanic is very cool for me, just like Kung Fu. And like Kamo is just free one that you will get if you reach certain level, but all the gameplay is very like satisfying. It's basically Unga Bunga. And high in like tank, like in super armor, it's very fun using him actually. Like I really like using probably one of my top 10 like not construct, I mean unit to use in PGR. And like Highway is also pretty satisfying, and Selena Roland also pretty fun, but the reason I didn't pull is just like that time I'm saving up for my PC. But I would say all of these Uniframe they really fun to play. I have to be honest, even more fun from some of these like recent like the Omniframe. I have to be honest, so that's the main selling point though. So if you really find it's really engaging in terms of gameplay, you really like those character, yeah, you can pull though, because basically if you want to pull the like Uniframe, it's not really that expensive, but you still need resource, so you have to be careful. You only need 10 pull and that's it. You almost guaranteed get what you want, like 80% though. But other than that, there's actually some of the reason why you can use or need the Uniframe. First is guild. This one that you can use often, like at least for the global right now, because in here like you can pair with your own Uniframe in here. And yeah, you can use the trial one, but if you have the better build in here, you can get higher score. So probably you can contribute more to your guild and get higher score if you really like aiming for the kind of leaderboard or whatever it is. So yeah, it's something that you can enjoy yourself if you kind of want to play in the guild stuff. Yeah, you can pull for your Uniframe though. And the next one is, I think it's also very important, but this is only kind of show every 2 weeks, which is Norman. Norman actually very useful. I already discussed before well about the resource management. It's very important for your hypertune and getting resource in here, but sadly I cannot do showcase right now, it's already end, so I'm very sorry. But basically Uniframe in here very useful just because you need a lot of unit in this mode. They require you a lot of units, so Uniframe is really one of the option, and they're pretty solid in the low investment for Uniframe and able to clear the Norman just because they're strong. Actually, it's just like we don't have really a mode that can provide like advantage for Uniframe, but Norman Revival everything just become neutral for every single like Omniframe or even the Uniframe. So putting like Uniframe in Norman is really very helpful, especially if you want to clear the X6, the one that give you the exclusive frame and the hardest challenge one. If you really want to challenge yourself, you really need Uniframe in here and proper build Uniframe in here. And lastly, just one more that haven't come out. It only come like every couple patch, I believe some of you know, which is Bubble Tower. Is basically the mode where it's high difficulty content. It's basically to test yourself, to also you can get achievement as your pride, I guess, to showing off to the people. I never really beat because I don't really have time, kind of busy with other game and works. So yeah, basically like this, you will get reward from the Babel Tower, something like that. And this one, it really require you also with a lot of units, so that's why you really need also Uniframe. And usually one of their mode is the Uniframe get advantage, so really like be having a solid like Uniframe theme, also it will be very helpful for you if you kind of achieving something like high difficulty challenge or something like that. But probably for casuals, of course, this is really doesn't really matter for you though. And lastly, probably this is one of the mode that I feel where the selling point of Uniframe is really standing. It is called Operation Uniframe, but sadly I cannot even show you because it's limited type event that usually come when a new Uniframe come though. So basically in there, you really encourage to use Uniframe just because if you can use the Uniframe, you will get higher point in there, and then you can catch for the leaderboard if you're interested in the leaderboard. And the main so important that to utilize the uniqueness from the Uniframe itself, which is the execution move and the speed attack thingy. But sadly I cannot even show you because there's limited event. So basically in that mode you can trigger like there's a certain bar, and then if you kinda make it the bar gone, then you will have the execution move. Also when they have certain move, you can dodge, hold, and then they will have the speed attack kind of animation, something like that. So it's kind of unique, only that make for Uniframe though. But sadly it's exclusive mode that's very limited, so that's why I can't even show you though. And there's actually a couple of the side usefulness that you can use as an alternative, but usually they become worse than the main option, which is you can pair in kind of Warzone like this, but it's not only works for all the entire Uniframe, it's only even like selective for some of them. So I will give you an example. This is like physical, so it's not actually ideal, but let's say this is in the lightning team. Selena, actually there's a Selena in the Uniframe, the Selena Tempest one. It can be a substitute from your Bianca Veritas itself or your Chrome Glory to become the substitute itself in here, just because the AoE is still pretty great also. But the downside also for you to make your Selena to become the substitute for the lightning team that you can combine with the Omniframe is that you need higher investment. This one is not enough. You need triple S like this though, and then you need like arguably the weapon in order to make it even standing out, because the attack from Uniframe just get decreased though, so you need to make your bar very high though, just because this one decrease a lot the advantage from the Uniframe itself though. And with all those investment, it's basically already the same when you pull the really entirely a new Omniframe, which is that's why I say it's only alternative, just because the investment is already the same when you pull like the whole S character itself though. So it's really later depends on you which one you enjoy the most. If you enjoy like her gameplay, then you can consider to go with this pet though. And take note, not all the Uniframe can work. Doesn't mean that Hikma you can just make like SSS and you put in the like ice team right now. It will not work sadly. It's only worked so far that I know quite viable to compete to combine with the Omniframe, which is Selena Tempest, Roland, and Pulau. But Pulau is not even like as close as the Bianca Alter later. It's just like okay to compete, but it's not really very excel, and that's even very expensive just because you need triple S Pulau and triple S what is this, True, and then you need triple S Honey. So it's very expensive and not even like become like super high in terms of score in the Warzone though. But it's kind of option okay if you kind of enjoy the gameplay, something like that. Other than the character like Sisi Kamu and Hekma and later Noan that will come, it's not even really recommended to the kind of Warzone to put though. And also people ask how about the Phantom Pancake though for the Uniframe. Sadly they pretty hard to compete in here just because they usually cannot clear as fast as the Omniframe. The only best case is that if you want to put like in the first like easiest mode, then sure you can still put your Uniframe though. But after the second here, you can feel they're already pretty kinda loose competition though. So that's pretty much all the things that I feel were the selling point for Uniframe. And probably until now you already realized that there's nothing that's super impactful for you that Uniframe give effect to your account basically. And I have to agree, Uniframe doesn't really impact you. The main selling point basically it's that the gameplay and or something that require you a lot of teams, so you have no other choice to use that Uniframe though. And literally this kind of execution stuff, it's almost feel kind of wasted, that I feel it's a little bit sad. I really like Uniframe. I hope they get more highlight, but sadly they don't really get like kind of highlight to can keep using this like let's say every week. They don't have mode that can even treat them to use this kind of stuff though. Probably Norman, Operation Uniframe. So yeah, it's you can even say it's pretty sad in terms of like Uniframe right now. And what even makes sad is that if you see the roadmap from PGR until next year, the Lamia, even right now the newest one still closed beta is Black Rock Shooter. None of them is Uniframe. There's no new Uniframe, and Noan will be the last one for a while, at least for 1 year. And that's a little bit sad part that it gives the vibe that what is purpose the existence of these Uniframes beside all those the high end game content stuff though. So yeah, it's kind of sad that they pretty fun as a character itself, but they don't really get so much utilized. So I guess in here, you probably already know if you want to pull Noan or not. Basically, the main purpose, just back to the my very first reason. You want to pull Noan for what? Just because you enjoy the gameplay itself though. But yeah, Noan gameplay looks sick. If you know Devil May Cry like Nero, my god, yeah, that's how the way you almost play because it's quite similar and very sick. And that's the main selling point though. So if you feel you really enjoy, then sure, why not though? Because I already tell that at the worst case that you only need to burn your 2,500 like tickets. I don't know, it's really worth for it. It really depends on you, but at least it's not as punishing that you have to do like this one like 70 pull or 60 pull or like 100 pull like this though. It's only like 10 pulls. It's enough for you to get like very high chance one copy of the Uniframe that you want to enjoy to play though. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. All the Noan enjoyer, good luck, and I will end the video in here. If you like the video, feel free to hit subscribe button and like, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.